Now, I'm not into wasting time or materials. I know that I'm going to be painting white clouds on this, so I'm not going to paint it blue just to paint it white again. I'm going to draw out where the clouds are going to be so that I'm not painting those areas blue. So let me take you over some principles of shaping the clouds and getting them to look right. A normal horizon line is going to be right at eye level. The eye level for the baby's mom, Demi, when she comes in here, is going to be lower than mine will. So that's where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put a line right here. I'm going to use a paintbrush and just sketch with that. You could use a pencil, charcoal pencil. Just don't use ink, don't use a marker. That bleeds through the paint. It's hard to cover. So look here, I've just got the gray primer that I've been using. I'm going to use that to sketch out some clouds and show you where the horizon will be. So right here, okay, let's say horizon is just below my eye level, about a head below mine. That's where we're going to have some rolling hills, like this. I'm not making clouds below that point. Now hold out your hand, stand in the middle of the room, close one eye and look at your hand. That is about the size of your small clouds. As I look at the wall from the middle of the room and I hold out my hand and look at it, I want my hand to cover the small clouds. For the big clouds, just double that size, okay? Twice as big. Those are general guidelines. Go ahead and break them. It's not a law, it's just a helpful guideline. Of course, there's everything in between and outside those boundaries too. Think of a tortoise shell. Flat on the bottom, like this. Alright, see what I mean by tortoise shell? Like this. Okay, that doesn't look like a cloud. That is the boundary that you're going to make the cloud inside of. So let's add some other ones in here. Let's make a little one right here. Okay, let's make a medium-sized one, or one a little smaller right here. Now shoot, let's even put one down here. Okay, like that. Let's make all the little puffs of the cloud inside those boundaries. Clouds tend to be a cluster of similarly shaped objects of different sizes, and so you'll have a whole bunch of this same kind of shape building a bigger image of that same shape. Let's make some little puffs now inside these boundaries, okay? And I'm going to break that boundary in places, okay? Like this. Alright, we got a cloud out here. Okay. See what I'm saying? Right here. Okay, bottom of the cloud comes down. These are typical cumulus clouds. Right? We don't have to make all the clouds that type of cloud. These are one type. Okay, so you can see I've broken the boundary, gone outside of it, inside of it, all around these. But I've stayed close to that line all over. And ultimately, this is going to be one cloud that's all scrunched together. Once I've got that guideline, I can, you know, if I'm feeling more brave, go outside of it a little more. So I'm just making some unexpected things. Right now, it doesn't look a lot like a cloud, but you're going to see that those guidelines will really help me out when I get to painting the cloud. I can take that same shape and I can stretch it out long and make them look a lot of times closer to the horizon. You have longer, skinnier clouds. Let me show you. So down here, I can make this is a real distant cloud, real close to the horizon. Like this, see? You can make a lot of these little tiny ones. These are far away. Okay, you see how I just took that mound shape and just stretched it out long. I can even put some of those up high, but as a general rule, the higher you go, the bigger the clouds are, because as you look down close to the horizon, you're looking further away. So I'm going to make a cloud down here. Right. Make another one here. These are right on top of each other. Okay, let's break the rules now. I'm going to make a huge cloud that covers wall to ceiling, just because I think it'll look cool. So watch, just going to go like this, make puffs, in, out, like this. Okay, all the way down to the horizon. There's the horizon. Just like that. I'm going to have this big old cloud coming up. Alright, Now when we get into the cloud painting, I'm going to talk more about that. Let's make more clouds behind it. I'm having fun with this. See this? How I made that tortoiseshell shape again? If I continue that, see what I mean? It's that same shape, but I gotta make the puffs on it to make it look like a cloud. There we go. Now I'm gonna make another cloud up in this corner. I'm gonna make that one bigger than all these clouds because, like I said, this one's more overhead and closer to you. Now it's not gonna have the same flat bottom on it because you're looking at this cloud from more of an underneath perspective. The ones that are down closer to the horizon are always going to have the flatter bottom, but as you look further up into the sky, you're going to be more underneath the cloud, looking at a more rounded or less, flat bottom one. So watch how I make a big one with a lot more shapes on the bottom edge. We'll make it going all the way off the wall. Okay. We'll just make that whole corner. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go and do a similar kind of thing on the other walls. Then we'll get to painting the blue.